Ketan, I think we should kick it off.
Yes.
Yes, Anand bhai. We should kick it off again. No, we've done this many times. This is a special monthly meeting of JSCNC. I'm not going to ask everyone to mute their lines because we are going to wish everyone Michami Dukram, but just be mindful of people when they are speaking so that you don't speak over them. That's all I have. Over to you, Anand bhai.
Excellent. Jai Jinendra, everyone. And it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to a special edition of our monthly meeting. This is normally, when we perform Pratikaman in person together, we have an opportunity to kind of go through the agenda that we are going to present typically after the Pratikaman. But given the virtual setting and given the fact that we had multiple calendars this year to synchronize, we figured this special edition of this meeting is going to serve the needs of the community the best. So before we officially start the meeting, as Ketan mentioned, if you're not speaking, please mute your line. You're welcome to obviously stay on video. I'd love to see all the smiling faces and all the tapasvis, with a great deal of tej on their face. So before we officially kick off today's session, I would like to invite Mahesh Bhai and Induben to start us off by reciting Namaskar Mantra and Chattari Mangalam. Over to you, Mahesh Bhai.
Om Namo Taram. Om Namo Sitaram. Om Namo Hariya. Om Namo Vajraya. Namo Loye Savasavuram. Eko Panchadamo. Sarva Pava Parasaro Mangalaram Cha Sarvesim Padamam Havai Mangalam Padamam Havai Mangalam Chattari Mangalam Arihanta Mangalam Sita Mangalam Sahu Mangalam Kevali Panato Damo Mangalam Chattari Lokuttama Arihanta Lokuttama Siddha Lokuttama Sahu Lokuttama Kevali Panato Damo Lokuttama Chattari Sharanam Pavajami Arihante Sharanam Pavajami Siddhe Sharanam Pavajami Sahu Sharanam Pavajami Kevali Panato Damo Sharanam Pavajami Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you very much. So, today's agenda, I've got a slide on the WebEx if you would like to follow along. Again, it's my pleasure to welcome everyone. We are going to kind of review, highlights of Paryushan celebration. Again, community came together in a virtual setting, as I might add, with a few exceptions. Probably during Bhavna, we needed to have everybody together, but other than that, everything was virtual. We're going to have Tapasvi recognition. This is another highlight of this meeting. We're going to announce all the tapasyas that our Sangh participants did. We are also going to have a segment on announcing the Paryushan activity results. This was an activity that was done in Pathshala. So I'm going to invite the Pathshala teachers to talk through that. And I know, everybody would like to say Michami Dukunam. So towards the end, we will go through, Michami Dukunam, each family, and then give everyone an opportunity to do their Kshamapna. Finally, we will end the meeting by reciting Uvasagaram Sutra. And Arti Ben, if I can put you on the spot maybe, and just agree to do that towards the end, I would really appreciate it. So yeah, that's kind of the agenda. So I just want to take a few minutes and kind of walk everybody through all the activities we did as the center. There were a lot of firsts. So let me start with the Ashta Prakari Puja. It was live streamed, 60 plus participants, which is great, for a center our size. We have to have kind of a good coherent theme during Paryushan. Some of that involves obviously Ashtaprakari Puja is a key element. So that was done wonderfully. Because of the calendar, we did it in a virtual format this year. There were a few volunteers who helped out, but other than that, it was broadcast virtually. And I'm pleased to say, more than 60 plus participants dialed in. Traditional Devsi Pratikaman, we did not have a daily telecast this year, but we had put in an on-demand YouTube format for people who would like to perform Devsi Pratikaman. We had made available a Pratikaman, beautiful Pratikaman performed by Mahendra Bhai and Indira Ben. And then I'm pleased to say, on an average, we had roughly 20 plus daily replays. So, I could tell that, people were at least interested and performing the Devsi Pratikaman. Monthly meeting was an amazing record this year. It was entirely youth led. That was the meeting that we had last Sunday. The traditional Samvatsari Pratikaman that was performed on Friday, and it was live streamed. We had 100 plus participants. Great response, and everybody had an opportunity to perform a Pratikaman along with everybody else. Of course, we also had Bhavna on Wednesday, which was a unique event. We were originally thinking of doing it a complete, 100% live stream, where the singing and instrument team, if I may, we were all going to get together in one place, and it was going to be telecast live. But after some internal discussions and thinking and just kind of contemplating, we decided against 100% live telecast. So what you saw on Wednesday was a recorded event. That recorded event occurred a few days ago, before. And I'm pleased to say I was there for the recording. It was a great arrangement. Arvind Bhai and Aruna Ben, thank you for making your place available and doing such a wonderful job by creating an amazing display. And of course, the entire music team for putting together a great Bhavna, an evening, full of stavans. As I had said during the Bhavna broadcast, apde bada in person to છીએ નહીં, પણ listening to the wonderful selection of stavans for the evening, આપણને એમ લાગે કે we are now, attached in person, at least ભાવથી, અને પરમાત્માની સાથે આપણું થોડું જોડાણ થાય. So we were, very fortunate to have that event come to us, of course, in the comfort of our rooms. And I'm pleased to say we had 200 and plus participants, and it's still being replayed. I just saw this morning that the view count had gone up by a few, so apparently more people replayed it afterwards. So that's a great great achievement for us as a center. Of course, we then had Saturday Pratikaman, which was performed in English, and simultaneously, we also had the traditional Pratikaman performed on Saturday. So, which is kind of reliving the same tradition that we had. As I mentioned, we typically follow at the JSCNC level a Saturday to Saturday calendar. And as Praveen Bhai would say, it's structured in a way that gives the community the same feeling of being a part of the Paryushan and going through all of the all of the top and performing whatever a top they can do based upon their bhavna without being bound by some of the physical challenges. Sometimes weekdays, for a lot of people, especially children, become very complicated to manage, especially on a Samvatsari day. So we've had this long-standing tradition of aligning our calendar to Saturday, and so we kind of recreated the same tradition in the virtual format this year. Great reception again. Simultaneous broadcast was also attended well. I received the text from Rajan Bhai Doshi, who organized it this year. Yesterday, he sent me 2 thumbs up and said it went without a glitch. So that's a great sign. And of course, I was in the English Pratikaman, and I had a chance to witness the entire Pratikaman flow was just amazingly done. So thank you, Rita Ben and team, for that. I think we couldn't have asked for a better setting and a better group of individuals to perform it. So, on the right-hand side, a couple of first time ever for us. And I just want to commend everyone for a great job. I won't name any names, but all the volunteers who made the technology cooperate. As I had said on the Bhavna Day, sometimes it takes a village to, bring these live productions to you. And each of the event this year was no exception. I was very fortunate to have received a lot of technical help from Ketan Kurwa, and of course, we had some YJA youth leaders helping us out this year. So that was really, really great. We had one of the youth leaders help us moderate the Pratikaman session yesterday, English Pratikaman session. So, if you think the moderating job is easy, I'll invite you to moderate one of the WebEx meetings. It does present unique challenges. So, but this youth leader was great. He managed everything really well. Of course, youth-led monthly meeting, which is the first. The two YJ youth, Dakshin, Monish, they kind of led the whole meeting last Sunday. And of course, the format was great because we also had a big Pathashala segment as part of the monthly meeting. So the entire meeting was just a beautiful showcase and display of our wonderful youth, which of course, as everyone would agree, that is where we need to invest. That is where we need to, focus all of our energy, because if our youth is not engaged and if our youth is not participating, then, you and I will probably do this for, I don't know, maybe a couple of decades, but then it's going to disappear, right? So it's very important to make sure we get our youth engaged in any of our events, as many of our events as possible. Praveen Uncle will say all the events, don't say as many events. So I agree with him. We also created a youth leadership team this year to be utilized for a lot of these events in the future. So the idea being that the youth leadership team, we have, as Ketan would say, a virtual setting. We have a lot of ad hoc jobs. So the job description is very fluid. I can't tell you exactly what we're going to anticipate in the next couple of months or, maybe the next event. But we've been very fortunate to have the youth step forward. So if you or your child would like to put your name down and participate, I would love to take advantage of whatever skills they can present. At a personal level, I call Praveen Uncle my Guruji, and I know when I was kind of starting off. His one of his themes was really great, that it's not like you can't look for perfection in a volunteer service, right? Especially in a volunteer setting. So you don't need to find the best singer, or you don't need to find the most technology proficient person. You work with what you've got, and it's on you to mold whoever steps forward um, into someone who you can then get them engaged and bring them forward in events after events, right? So that has struck with me all these years, and not only at JSCNC, any other volunteer organizations that I've been part of. That's always been kind of my motto. And finally, of course, as I mentioned, simultaneous broadcast of English and traditional Pratikaman. That was, great. It went really well. So once again, um, I want to thank my entire village. Everyone did a fantastic job, either through participation or through stepping forward and volunteering me. I really, really appreciate your engagement. I am humbled and um, very happy that you have considered to step forward and help. So thank you. And then I look forward to having similar or greater attendance at future events. I think together, we will make JSCNC strong and, a great place for generations to come and enjoy um, all these events. So I'm going to next move on to the Tapasvis. If you were not amazed by the previous slide, you will now be, either equally or more amazed by the next two slides. They kind of collectively present to us, the great deal of tapasyas that collectively our Sangh has done. So just one quick disclaimer that Ketan Kurua, who kind of manages this, he sent me final responses as of like early this morning, 7 o'clock. That tells you Ketan's dedication. But so if I've forgotten anyone, Michami Dukuram, when we open up kind of the general Michami Dukuram segment, if I've forgotten anyone that you don't see on these slides, feel free to, announce, either a family member or yourself that might have done the tapasya, or maybe in some cases, someone may have extended it. So please just let us know, okay? So I'm going to quickly read through these names. I'm not going to read the tapasya. You can kind of, read it from the slide. And you can use the emoji feature to send your appreciation and anumodna for all of these tapasvis. So we'll start with all the youth tapasvis. Manav Parekh, Kian S. Cheda, Shubh Shah, Karan Parekh, Viraj Shah, Veer S. Cheda, Arav Salot, Riyasha, Vanshi Mota, Soham Nanavati, Soumya Nanavati, Arsh Parekh, Arav Parekh, Anaya Parekh, and I think for the first time ever, I should have put this on the previous slide. Anaya's dog, Parekh family dog, Zeke Parekh, also did one Ekashno. So, that tells you the extent of Jainism that prevails in that family. Great job, all of my youth tapasvis. Thank you, and Khub Khub Anumodna Vardhane. Moving on to adult tapasvis. Obviously, I needed 2 columns because there are more adults that did tapasya this year. So I will do the same thing again. I will read the names, and you can kind of follow along the specific tapasya they did on the slide. Shrija Shah, Darshak and Sneha Shah, Rajan Shah, Ruchi Dagli, Aditi Salot, Reena Parekh, Rajan Chheda, Rima Shah, Dimpy S. Chheda, Kalpesh Parekh, Ritesh Salot, Dennis Lalan, Karishma Shah, Zankhna Parekh, Ketan Shah, Purvi Shah, Shashin B. Chheda, Bhavin Desai, Deepa Desai, Sejal Nanavati, Nimish Shah, Vikrant Nanavati, Aruna Shah, Saleen Parekh. Again, બધા જ adultsને ખૂબ ખૂબ અનુમોદના. The major ones I have highlighted. As you can see, we had 1, 2, 3 upties. And then, of course, we had, a big top 10 upwas by Nimish Shah and Rima Shah, 9 upwas. So, બધા જ તપસ્વીઓને ખૂબ ખૂબ અનુમોદના. And, as I said, as a center, we are very strong. For a small center, it's a great, great display of Paryushan Tap. Okay, so we're going to go to our next segment. This segment is the Paryushan Activity Challenge that was done in Pathashala. And we had announced that event, what it was about, but Sejal will explain, maybe remind everyone what that was at the last meeting. So without further ado, Sejal, over to you and the Pathashala teachers.
Right. Thank you, Anandai. And Khub Khub Anumodna to all the tapasvis. It's really great to see the youth participation as well as the adults participation. So Khub Khub Anumodna to all of you. As Anandai mentioned, yes, we continued with our tradition on Paryushan Activity Challenge, and we call it PAC, P-A-C, Paryushan Activity Challenge. So you might see that we refer to it as PAC. And so this year, all the 5 classes, they held their competition, and we were amazed by the participation from the kids, from the youth and our students, and we cannot wait to share the results. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite each teacher to talk very briefly about what the challenge was, and then we'll announce the participants as well as we'll recognize the winners. So Neha, I'm going to share my slide, and then I'm going to invite you to start with Orient Group.
Sure, Sejal. Thank you. While
are you
Sejal
able to
is,
see
putting the slides up?
Are you able to see? Okay, cool.
Not yet, Sejal.
You're not able to see?
Neha, we can see your
We can
slide.
see.
No.
Neha, we can see.
Okay, wait. Let me see if I can do it. Well, I cannot, but that's okay. I can still figure it out, so we'll go with it.
So maybe you want to open it on your phone or something.
For Orient
so
Group, these are 4 to 6 years of age, and they did an amazing job of participating in this. I have 11 kids in the class, and out of that, 7 kids participated. Can you?
I have the slide of the participants.
Okay. You cannot hear me, Sejal?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
I think it's
okay,
your
I can
side.
see now. I can see now. Can you hear me now? Yes? Okay, good. So for Orient Group, there are 11 students and 7 of them participate. This challenge was definitely challenging for them. They did quite a few. I mean, kids did amazing because they were truthful as well as they were committed. which is what we want from that age of kids. Out of 11 kids, the kids who participate are Ayan Salot, Arvi Deliwala, Arshi Sait, Anika Lallan, Dhyan Gandhi, Zayden Rikia, Jinay Shah. Before I announce the winners, I wanted to tell each one of you that they had challenged themselves by doing Besunu. They have challenged by themselves by participating in Pratikraman, and also by drinking boiled water, doing things that is very hard for a child to do. They definitely challenge themselves. So all of you deserve a big round of applause, all of you. So now we will announce the winners. So we'll start with the third place winner. And the third place winner, we have tie in the third place, which is Arshi, Shade, and Ayan Salo. Great job, both of you. You both did great job. Second place winner. So we'll go with that, Zayden Rikia. Zayden did a great job. He challenged himself by not eating a lot of things that he loves to eat. So which is a great job, Zayden. You did a really good job. And finally, the first place winner is Arvi Deliwala. She is the one who did best no on the first day, and on top of it, she did Logasno Kausag, drink boiled water throughout Paryushan, which is amazing. Great job, Arvi Deliwala. All of you did a good job, so please pat yourself, and parents, please pat your kids on the back. They did very good, and we appreciate you helping them out throughout this project. Thanks.
Thank you, Neha. And now, congratulations to all the participants and winners. And I also want to say that you all are winners. It was a competition, so we have to pick winners, but you all are winners, and we are inspired by you. So now we are going to move on to our next group, Veer Group. And Shweta, over to you.
Thank you, Sejal. Great job, Aryan Group kids. You all did great and great participation. So for Veer Group, we have 11 students in Veer Group, and 7 students participated, which was really nice to see. Our age group is 6 to 9 years old, and I just want to go through the names of the kids who participated first. Malhar Kuruwa, Sachin Mehta, Kian Chheda, Prisha Rakhecha, Shriya Tolat, Arav Gada, and Pahal Karbhari. So great job, these 7 students. And for the Veer Group Paryushan Activity Challenge, some of the activities that I had was do Naukar Mantra each morning and evening, take a shorter shower than usual to conserve water, eat before sunset, take a daily vow like meditation or no eating junk food or no eating chocolates, restrict your TV time, and some more of them. So I am very, very proud to say that all the kids did really, really nice. And they actually, all of them participated daily. It was not like, they did it one day and did not do the other, and, kind of. And like Neha said, at this age, they are also truthful and, make sure that they fill up their sheets daily and things like those. So I'm really proud of all the kids. And I wanted to say a few things, a few vows that some of the kids took. I'm going to start with Malhar. So Malhar took a vow of going to the temple to do darshan. No screaming or shouting for an hour, and no eating junk food. Now these are the vows that they took on their own. Okay, these are not the activity or the challenges that I had given. They chose to take this vow daily. Sachin Mehta, he took a vow of not playing any violent games or not being mean to others. Kian Chheda took a vow for meditating for 15 minutes, and he did this every alternate day, and vow of silence for 30 minutes. And this is also something that he did every alternate day. And he did a Beashnu. Shriya Tolat, she had taken vows of no screaming, no crying. no video games or no chocolates or candy. Prisha Rakhecha. She took a vow of no eating food from outside, only to eat home cooked meal and no eating candies. And then our next two participants, Arav Gada and Pahal Karbari, followed the activity challenge daily. So thank you very much, all the parents, for encouraging your kids to participate. I'm really, really proud of each and every one of them. And I really appreciate that so many kids participated. So now next on to the
Ben.
winners.
મિચ્છામી દુક્કડમ કેમ છો બેન? યા કાલે તમે ફોન કર્યો ત્યારે અમારું પ્રતિક્રમણ ચાલતું હતું.
I think Kushal bhai
અમાર પ્રતિક ક્યારે ફોન કેટલા વાગે ફોન
Ketan,
કર્યો?
can you
Go
mute
on,
them?
can you go to mute, Khushal bhai?
Yeah, I did it. Please proceed.
Thank you.
So now, sorry about that. Now on to the winners of Veer Group. I am going to announce the third place winner. And the third place winner is Sachin Mehta. Our second place winner is Shriya Tolat. And our first place winner is Kian Cheda. Kian, I specifically like the idea of following silence for 30 minutes, and Malhar going to the temple was really a good vow. So keep it up, all the kids, and thank you parents and thank you kids. Jai Jinendra and Michami Dukadam. Over to you, Sejal.
Thank you, Shweta. Again, congratulations to all Veer Group participants and winners. So now we will be moving on to Vardhan Group. And for Vardhan Group, the challenge this year, it was a little different. What was done was they were given 8 days of activities to do, and it was based on our 3 A's of Jainism, Ahimsa, Parigraha, Anekantvad, and the 5 essential activities that we do during Paryushan as Shravak and Shravika, like Amari Pravartan, Sadhurmik Vatsalya, Attham Tap, Kshamapna, Chaitya Paripati. So I'm very pleased to say that all the kids, they did follow the instructions properly, and they did. And there was a challenge of going vegan for a day. And that some kids were able to do for the entire 8 days, and some it was really tough, but they still tried to do it. One of the challenges was digital fasting, and it was just for a day, but that was the toughest of all the challenges, because they are like, oh, we love to be on the screen, and then to just to do that digital fasting, it was tough for them, but they were able to also understand that the more the free time out of those screens, that was very productive. They were able to do so many different things, or they were able to play the games that they have not played for such a long time. And one activity was to maintain silence or Maun Vrat for 3 days for 1 hour. And these kids, they are chatterboxes at this age, and that was also kind of very tough. And I really cracked up when I saw one kid wrote that I had to put a piece of tape on my mouth. So it's great, but as I think Nia and Shweta mentioned, yes, they are very, very truthful, very honest, and very innocent. And they also, for Vardhan Group, they also had to write the reflections, like how was the challenge? Was it hard and easy? And what did they learn? And one of the challenges was to do meditation for 10 minutes every day or one day. And some of the kids were able to do that, and they understood the meaning of meditation. We do simple breathing exercise during our class every time during our Pathashala class. So they utilize those different methods, and they were able to do the meditation as well. So all the participants in Vardhan Group, there are 15 students, so 11 students participated, and the participants are Renika Mehta, Ashay Mutta, Maya Desai, Ishan Shah, Aryan Lalan, Marmi Cheda, Ishan Kuruva, Vihan Rakecha, Ivan Shah, Manav Parekh, and Akash Kanchalia. So now we are going to move on to the results. And the third place goes to Renika Mehta. The second place Ishan Shah. And drum roll for the first place winner with a perfect score. He didn't even miss a single activity on the challenge and did it very religiously. And that is Manav Parekh. So congratulations to all the participants and special congratulations to all the winners. Very proud of you, all of you. And now I'm going to ask Rita Ben to go over for Mahavir Group. Rita Ben, over to you.
Thank you, Sejal. So proud of these kids, Jai, Jain, and everyone. So I will be talking about Mahavir Group. In Mahavir Group, we have kids, they are from 5th grade to 7th grade, and some of them, of course, have moved on to 8th grade in the last couple of months. And what participation. I was so happy to see. So we have 16 students and 13 students participated. That was great. And also talking about the activities, a lot of the activities were similar to what the earlier teachers already mentioned. They ranged from easy ones like taking shorter showers to conserve water or not wasting food. And of course, there were hard ones like fasting. And as Sejal mentioned, I did have digital fasting also, not for one day, but whatever they could do over the 8 days. And yeah, some people said, man, that was hard. That was really hard. I think for some of them, and I think maybe all of us can relate to it right now, that just not using devices and gadgets and not watching TV is getting even harder for these youth than doing maybe Beyasunu or Ekasunu. So there were questions around that. Can I see this, or can I watch this show, or can I watch a little TV? But anyway, even with all of that, some of them did manage actually to go without any devices and gadgets throughout the Paryushan. So that was really great. And that's an example of self-control or Sanyam, as we say, and that's what they exhibited, these kids. So very proud of them. And some other vows, they had to take vows on their own. As Shweta mentioned, even the vows were great, like trying to do puja every day before doing Ekasunu or Beyasunu or doing Aarti and Devo. And I cannot actually mention everything here in the interest of time. I was going to probably tell Sejal and Anandbhai that we need to have a separate meeting for this. So I'll try to try to finish up very quickly here. But a couple of things, just like Sejal, even the Mahavir Group kids had to reflect, and they were so honest about what they felt. So meditation is something that really helped them remain calm and focused. Even doing pratikraman, they felt the same. I was really amazed to read about one student saying that when he was doing Beyasunu, he actually felt samta bhav towards the food, and he started thinking about Mahavir Swami and his 12 and a half years of being out in the forest and doing meditation. So those thoughts actually came to him as he was trying to fast. So really great reflection and contemplation on their part as well. And of course, some of them also were very honest that they felt angry when they were trying to fast. And so we will have to talk about that in Pathashala, that by the time that starts happening, it's okay. You don't have to fast because you rather not be angry and fast, right? So with that, I think I want to again congratulate everyone who has participated. All 13 of you are winners, but we are going to go ahead with our announcement for the prizes. So we start with, well, let me read the names of the participants first. So Veer Cheda, Arav Mutha, Neville Cheda, Karan Parekh, Arav Salot, Ansh Tolat, Kabir Rajnikant, Viraj Shah, Ayush Sheth, Shubh Shah, Adi Shah, Darsh Shah, Arya Shah. Applause for all the participants, and then we move on to the winners. So for third place in Mahavir Group, we have third place is Karan Parekh. Great job, Karan Parekh. I know the devices part was really the hardest for you and you managed to do it. Great job. For at second place, we have Viraj Shah. Very good job on your activities as well, Viraj. And we will have a lot to discuss during our class. No time right now to discuss too much. But with that, moving on to first place, and we had to go with two winners for first place because they were really close and they both did a great job. So we have two first place winners for Mahavir Group. So drum roll for Veer Cheda and Darsha. Veer Cheda is also one who tried to do most of the activities, as many as there were, and very small acts like calling Dada and make him happy, along with doing all the upvas and all the fasting that you might have seen on the sheet. But even like the small acts of kindness and all of that, same with Darsh. He also was very sincere in following all the activities throughout the 8 days. So thank you all. And with that, over to Purvi. Sorry, over to Sejal. Sorry.
I know you're right, Rita-Ben. Congratulations, Mahavir Group winners and participants. And now we'll move on to Siddha Group. Purvi, over to you.
Okay, thank you. Jai Jinendra everyone, and Michami Dukram again. So this year for Siddha Group, in addition to the usual activities such as doing Samik or Pratikaman and participating in the monthly meeting, Paryushan meeting, we had some new challenges this year, specifically regarding 14 niyams. We had a class on this topic in particular, and also been focusing on taking Pashkan and vow, the importance of taking vows and Pashkan. So that is why I wanted to include 14 niyams this year for them. And just to give you an idea, in case you're not familiar with what that is like limiting the number of animate objects, inanimate objects. So Sachi, Dravya, Vigay, number of footwears, mouth fresheners, so things people might eat after a meal. Limiting the number of items of clothing in a day, use of cosmetics, perfumes, etc. Limiting the distance that you travel in all directions, celibacy, furniture, amount of water that you might use in a day, and number of bats, and of course with actual amount of items that you eat and meals that you have. So this was a very difficult. This is actually very difficult to do on a daily basis. I've tried it. It's been tough for me as well to remember to actually take the vow in the morning. But yes, there's actually an app if anybody is interested in doing it themselves called 14 Niyams. And you can try it out, and it has everything listed and what it means, as well as the Pashkan to take along with it. But actually, I wanted to share that I know not everyone's on the meeting today, but YJA has a very good resource handout on this specific topic. So if anyone's interested, I can send that to you, or Sejal Ben also I think has it. It's in our Basha email. And and YJA has a lot of actually really good resources on their website in addition to that. So without further ado, the participants for this year's Siddha Group challenge were Anshi Karbari, Maya Shah, Moni Shah, and Ria Shah. So thank you all for participating, and I really am proud of you and amazed with everything that you guys did on this. Thank you. And the winners, so third place winner is Anshi Garbari. And second place is Monish Shah. And first place is Riya Shah. So thank you again. And hope you learned something from doing this.
Thank you, Purvi. Congratulations to all the Pathshala students, participants, and the winners. And a big, big thank you to all the teachers as well, because it's not easy. After like yesterday's Pratikraman, we had to get all the sheets and then we had to tally all the points. So it was a long night for us, but everybody did their best and send their results in. So thank you to the great team, that Pathshala team that we have. And if we have said anything to hurt anyone, so from Pathshala teachers, we ask for your forgiveness. Michami Dukram to all of you. And I forgot to mention that the prizes are the gift cards, and we will be sending that digitally. It's $35 for the first, $25 for the second, and $20 for the third place winners. And all the participants will get the token of appreciation of $10. Everything will be sent digitally. Thank you very much, and over to you, Anand.
Great job. Great job. Thank you. Obviously, for Paryushan, this is one thing I'll say is everybody is a winner. I know, we specifically called out like first, second, and third, just to encourage more participation. But really, all of you, every single child who participated, and even those who didn't participate, maybe they just didn't feel like they wanted to be confined by a specific framework, but maybe they had their own ideas. Great job. Anything you can do, as all the great scholars who have taught here at JSCNC before, Praveen Bhai, Mahesh Bhai, etc. It's the bhav that counts. The specific process by which you do certain thing during Paryushan. That's just a means to an end. So with that, we're going to go to our next segment, which is Michami Dukram. As I mentioned at the beginning of this meeting, because of the calendar situation, and obviously everybody kind of did their Samvatsari Pratikaman at different times. We're going to take this opportunity to say Michami Dukram to one another. Because there's a large number of participants, I don't want to go all of you on off mute right away. And then make it like a cacophony or something. So I'll be calling each of the participants as I see on the meeting. So I will announce your name. When I announce your name, you can go off mute and say Michami Dukram. So we're gonna first go through. I'll start with myself since I have the mic. અમારા બધા તરફથી આખા વર્ષમાં કોઈ પણ ભૂલચૂક થઈ હોય, if we have offended you in any way, તો મન વચન કાયાથી બધાને મિચ્છામિ દુક્કડમ. Ajay bhai, let's go to you next.
Yeah. મિચ્છામિ દુક્કડમ to everybody. અમારા તરફથી કોઈ પણ મન વચન કાયાથી કે જાણતા કે અજાણતા કોઈ પણ ભૂલચૂક કે તકલીફ થઈ હોય તો એ બદલ અમને માફી આપશો અને બધાને માફી. મિચ્છામિ દુક્કડમ. મિચ્છામિ દુક્કડમ.
Sejal and Bhairav, let's go to you next.
અમારાથી પણ કોઈ ભૂલચૂક થઈ હોય તો મિચ્છામિ દુક્કડમ. અને I just want to say congratulations to all the Tapasvis, khub khub anumodna, and all the kids as well. They did a really great job. Thank you.
Ketan, Purva.
Jai Jinendra. Last year, since I've been the secretary here, I've interacted with a lot of you. And during my interactions, if I've offended you in any way, then man vachan ane kayati michhami dukram. Back to you, Anand bhai.
Purvi and Ketan, Shah.
Michhami dukram.
Aryan, Lalan.
Michhami dukram, everybody. I think it was it's amazing how this in these conditions we were able to even manage the activities and so much involved for the kids as well to be able to kind of do this. So appreciate everybody's contribution. Michami Dukram from the Lalan family. Thank you.
Michami Dukram.
Ashai Muta. Ashai Muta, you can unmute and talk. Okay, we'll go on to the next one. Ayush Sheth.
Michami Dukram to everyone.
Michami Dukram.
Michami Dukram. Amit and Ishita Pothiwala. Amit and Ishita Pothiwala, are you on mute? If you are, go off mute.
Sakal Sangh ne man was
I think you broke up halfway. Oh, there you go. Go
there
ahead.
we go. Okay, anyway, so third time is a charm. Okay, Sakal Sangh ne Michami Dukram.
Michami.
Michami Dukram to everyone. Jai Jinendra.
Bhavin Desai.
Michami Dukram to everyone.
I have a call-in user 2. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are, but you can go off mute and talk. Okay. We also have call-in user 3. All right, we'll skip those and come back to you if you are there. Dharma Kachalia. You can go off mute. Okay, looks like they are having some difficulties. Harsad C. Shah. I see you are unmuted. Can you talk? Okay, Hina Mehta.
Jai Jinendra. Michami Dukram to Sakal Sangh ne.
Michami Dukram to the Sakar Sangh, and a great job to the executive committee. What a great job you have done.
એક જ પ્રાર્થના મારે કરવી છે કે આવતા વર્ષે બધા ઇન પર્સન પર્યુષણ ઉજવી શકીએ એવી જ આપણે પ્રાર્થના કરીએ. That's all.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
I think sorry, I lost my tracker. I think Badalbhai, Hina Bhabi, your parents are there. Hemlata Mehta, are they from Bankesh's house?
Yes, they are
Yes.
from my house.
Yes,
I'll try
please.
to help them. If you can move forward, I'll try to help
Okay,
them.
no problem. I think the next one, Jain Study Center of NC, I think that's you, Kushal Bhai, correct? You can now go off mute and say, Chami Dukram. All right, we will go to the next participant, Kamlesh Bhai and Jyoti Shah.
Sakar Sangh ne Michami Dukram. Jai Jinendra everyone, and congratulations to all those kiddos. What an awesome job. Keep doing the meditation, keep doing the silent meditation. I was so amazed. Wow, great job. And again, Michami Dukram to Badane. Jai Jinendra.
Mahendra Bhai.
સકલ સંઘને મિચ્છામિ દુક્કડમ.
કોઈ પણ જીવને કોઈ પણ રીતે દુઃખ પહોંચાડ્યું હોય તો ભગવાન માફ કરજો, તમે પણ માફ કરજો, હું પણ માફ કરું છું સૌને.
Anand Bhai, Mummy wants to say. Go ahead.
Please go ahead. Thank you.
Michami Dukram.
Michami Dukram Masi.
Michami Dukram.
Michami Dukram.
Thank you for joining us. Okay, that's fine. All right. Mahesh Uncle and Indu Auntie, you're next.
Michami Dukram.
Michami Dukram.
Lodaya family.
જય જિનેન્દ્ર એવરીવન. ગત વર્ષમાં અમારા તરફથી કોઈને પણ મન વચન કાયાથી કંઈ પણ દુઃખ પહોંચાડ્યું હોય તે બદલ અમને માફ કરશો. સકળ સંઘને મિચ્છામી દુક્કડમ. અને બધા જ બાળકો, school age children, you all have done an amazing job. Keep it up, and a sincere thank you to all the Pathashala teachers and the committee for doing an extraordinary job during the Paryushan. Thank you all.
Milan Mehta. If I may, you guys seem like a new family, maybe, or no?
They have been there.
Yeah, we've been here for 4 years.
We've been here for several years, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, my bad, because I have, we've always been in virtual, and I've only seen the membership through, these meetings. You might be, regulars at Pathashala. Do you mind giving us your brief introduction, where you are from, and if you moved from out of state, where did you move from?
Sure. My name is Milan. My wife is Falguni. This is Sachin and Renika. We moved from the Washington, D.C. area 5 years ago. And so we've been here in Cary for the last 5 years, and we're happy to participate. And the kids love coming to Pathashala, and they were very excited for their activities this year. But yeah, nice to see everybody.
Great. And of course, it's late, but better late than never. Welcome to the area.
Thank you.
Consider us as your extended family, as many newcomers who move here eventually say. We are here, and utilize us as a resource. If you need anything, feel free to reach out. All right, let's hear from Ketan Mota family. If you're talking, we cannot hear you, Ketan. Okay, all right, we'll come back to you. Jagdish Bhai and Nalini Ben. You can go off mute. There you go. Okay, all right, we will come back to you. Neha and Pankesh Mehta.
Sakal Sanghne Michami Dukram and khas Michami Dukram to my fellow teachers. I might have hurt or said anything in any ways. Please accept my apologies. Also, congratulations to all the kids and parents who helped them participate. And congratulations to Pathashala teachers and executive committees for doing a great job. Thank you.
Michami Dukram.
Michami Dukram to Sakal Sangh. Thank you.
Michami Dukram.
I have a participant labeled P.Shah.
Hello?
Yes.
છેલ્લું અત્યારે હું ઝૂમ ઉપર છું જૈન મીટિંગમાં. Okay.
Ramanik Bhai, since we hear you, go ahead. You go next.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Michami Dukram to everybody.
Michami Dukram.
બધાને ખમાવી છે મન વચન કાયાથી કઈ પણ અમારા વતી બંદૂક થયું જશે તો સમાપ્તના અમે બધાને જીવોને ખમાવી છે અને ખમાવવા માંગીએ છીએ. જય જિનેન્દ્ર.
Jai Jinendra.
Okay, somebody, P. Shah, are you able to talk now?
Yes.
Yes.
Sakar Sangh ne
Michhami
Michhami
Dukram.
Dukram.
Say Michhami Dukram.
Sakar Sangh ne Michhami Dukram.
I think, sorry, we go back to P. Shah. You are a new family too, perhaps? At least you look.
No, we've been here since 2002.
Okay.
But maybe we'll connect on to sign up for the membership and let us know. We do participate in a lot of events, so definitely like to get involved and continue the family thing that is going on as a community.
Sure,
So-
sure. Love, would take all the help we can. Do you mind telling us your names? Sorry.
So my name is Sujay. That's my wife Priyanka. My older son Janae, and then my younger son walked away, but and crying. So yeah.
That's great. It's so good to meet you guys.
Very nice to meet you as well.
Thank you so much for everything you guys do for the community. We really appreciate.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right,
Thank you,
Sujay,
everyone.
we'll connect offline. All right, let's hear from Parekh family. I know we have two Parekh families. I think this is the Celine and Zankna Parekh.
Yes, we just want to say thank you very much to the whole committee for such an amazing celebration of Paryushan every year, but this year was just spectacular, especially done virtually. So we are very grateful, and if knowingly or unknowingly we have said something to hurt anybody's feelings, then we ask for forgiveness. So we say Michhami Dukram.
Thank you. Praveen and Hansa Shah.
Michhami Dukram to Sakal Sangh.
Sorry, oh, I don't know.
Michhami Dukram.
Dukram.
Michhami Dukram.
Ayan, boy. Okay.
Michhami Dukram.
Michhami Dukram.
Michhami Dukram.
Harshad uncle, I think you are back. Go ahead.
Yes. મારા સૌને સકળ સંઘને આ પર્યુષણના પવિત્ર તહેવારોમાં તો હું સકળ સંઘને મારી માફી માંગુ છું ને મિચ્છામી દુક્કડમ.
Praveen bhai and Artiven. Praveen uncle.
Okay. Jai Jinendra to everybody. સૌથી પહેલા તો થેન્ક્સ ટુ પ્રવીણ કે એમણે મને જવાબ આપી છે આ બોલવા માટેની. સો મારે એ કહેવું છે કે જૈન ગ્રુપ અથવા જૈન સમાજ જૈન સોસાયટી નહીં પણ મારું જૈન ફેમિલી અને માત્ર જૈન ફેમિલી જ નહીં પણ આપણે 84 લાખ જીવીઓને ખમાવીએ છીએ માત્ર આ વર્ષ પૂરતું જ નહીં ગત ભવમાં પણ ઘણા જીવોને આપણાથી ઇરિયા સમિતિનું પૂરા અર્થમાં પાલન ના થઈ શક્યું હોય. જૈણાથી ચાલો, જૈણાથી બોલો, જૈણાથી એકબીજાના સાથેનો આપણો વ્યવહાર એ જૈણાપૂર્વકનો હોવો જોઈએ અને એ જાણતા કે અજાણતા નહીં થયું હોય. ન કરવું એવું તો આપણું ઇન્ટેન્શન ન હોય પણ ન થઈ શક્યું હોય અને એના માટે તો દરેકે દરેક જીવને નાના બાળકથી માંડીને સૃષ્ટિના તમામ જીવોને હું ખૂબ ખરા હૃદયપૂર્વકના મન વચન કાયાથી મારા ભાવ અંતઃકરણપૂર્વકના મિચ્છામી દુક્કડમ કહું છું અને ખાસ અનુમોદના બાળકોની તો છે જ. બાળકો ખૂબ સરસ કરે છે પણ ધેટ ક્રેડિટ ગોઝ ટુ નોટ ઓનલી ટીચર્સ ટુ ધ પેરેન્ટ્સ ઓલ્સો. કારણ કે ટીચર 15 દિવસે 1 કલાક એની ટીચર બને છે. માતા પિતા સાથે બાળક હંમેશા રહે છે. તો એના ઉછેરમાં એને સારી ટ્રેનિંગ રેઝ કરવામાં પેરેન્ટ્સે જે કરે છે અને દરેક પેરેન્ટ્સ કરે એમાં કોઈ નવાઈ નથી પણ હજુ બી વધારે એ લોકો કીપ અપ ધ ગુડ વર્ક. સો આપણા બધાના ગયા પછી આ જ બાળકો જૈન ધર્મના ડંકા વગાડતા રહે એવું આપણે હંમેશા ઈચ્છીશું અને એના માટેનું જે કંઈ મટીરિયલ જોઈએ છે એ દરેક વ્યક્તિ માત્ર જૈન એજ્યુકેશન કમિટી જ કરે છે એવું નથી. દરેકના બ્લેસિંગ્સ છે, દરેકની હેલ્પ છે, દરેકના આઈડિયાઝ છે, દરેકના સજેશન્સ છે, અને દરેકનું ઇનપુટ મટીરિયલ તૈયાર કરવામાં, જુદા જુદા વર્કશોપ્સ કરવામાં, જુદી જુદી રીતે વર્ચ્યુઅલી કરવામાં, આ બધામાં ટેકનોલોજીએ તો ખૂબ ખૂબ ભાગ ભજવ્યો છે. અને એ રીતના પ્રયત્ન થઈ રહ્યો છે. એ પણ દરેકને હું અનુમોદના કરું છું, કારણ કે બધાના સહયોગ વગર એકલા એક વ્યક્તિથી કામ નથી થઈ શકતું. સો એની ખૂબ ખૂબ અનુમોદના. અને આજ સુધીની જેટલી કમિટી આવી છે એના વખાણ કયા ડુંગર પર બેસીને કરીએ. દરેક કમિટીએ એક્સલન્ટ કામ કર્યું છે. અને એ લોકો કામ કરીને જતા રહે તો somebody else has to come forward and get ready કે this society has to keep running. સો એના માટે ખૂબ અનુમોદના છે અને ખૂબ ખૂબ આભાર માનીએ છીએ દરેકને. જ્યારે જેનેમાં જે એબિલિટી છે એ કરવાની તક મળે છે, એ તો એક ગોલ્ડન ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી છે. તો ખૂબ ખૂબ મિચ્છામી દુક્કડમ ટુ સકળ સંઘને, જેને 25મો તીર્થંકર આપણે સંઘને કહીએ છીએ, એની ખૂબ ખૂબ અનુમોદના કરું છું. આપણા આચાર્ય મહારાજો પણ સંઘની આજ્ઞા વિરુદ્ધ નથી કરી શકતા, કારણ કે સંઘને એક 25મો તીર્થંકર કીધો છે. તો આપણે એવા ભાવ સાથે હંમેશા માટે રહીએ એવી શુભેચ્છા મારા માટે બી લઉં છું, આપણા બધા માટે બી લઉં છું. થેન્ક યુ.
પ્રીતિ લાલકા. Priti Lalka, if you are with us, you can unmute. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Rajan Cheda family.
खामे सब जीवे सब जीवा खमन्तु मिट्टी में सब भूवेषु वेरम जन तेरै मिच्छामि दुक्कडम.
Kalpesh and Reena Parekh.
Jai Jinendra, everyone. I would like to say kudos to the committee and kudos to teachers for pulling off and creating such a awesome year for us. Very memorable, Paryushan.
Ruchi and Vicky.
સકળ સંઘને અમારા મન વચન અને કાયાથી મિચ્છામિ
દુક્કડમ. થેન્ક યુ સો મચ. અને આ બહુ મોટિવેશન છે, ડેડિકેશન છે પાઠશાળાનું, ટીચર્સનું, બધાનું, જેનાથી કિડ્સને પણ આટલું પ્રોત્સાહન મળે છે. તો થેન્ક યુ સો મચ બધા ટીચર્સને. એનાથી અમને પેરેન્ટ્સને પણ એટલું પ્રોત્સાહન મળે છે. સો થેન્ક યુ બધાને. અને we have brought Ganpati Bappa at our home. તો ખાલી તમારા બધાને ખાલી આશીર્વાદ દેવા. I will just show for 1 minute. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear from Salot family next.
Go.
સકળ સંઘને અમારા દરેક તરફથી મન વચન કાય કરી
મિચ્છામિ દુક્કડમ. And kudos to all the kids and committee, Pathashala teachers, amazing job. Good to see, lot of participation from kids. So keep it up. Great job, guys.
All right, Shashin Cheda.
Yep. We want to thank you all the teachers and committee members for giving opportunity to our kids to participate in Pratikaman, making part of us this Paryushan, and also instilling all those Jain values in our kids. So first of all, thank you to everyone, committee members, teachers, whoever manage kids. I know youth, they also planned. So thank you everyone.
અને સકળ સંઘને અમારા તરફથી કાંઈ પણ મન વચન કાય કાંઈ દોષ ને કર્યો હોય તો મિચ્છામિ દુક્કડમ.
Vikrant Nanavati family.
સકળ સંઘને
Marane Sejalvati Michami Dukadam. Thank you very much, and thank you, Anand, for holding the helm so very well as a president.
She's right there. Thank you. Okay, so this was the last participant according to WebEx, but I think, if I missed anyone, if you didn't get a chance earlier because of some technical issues at this time, you can go ahead.
JSCNC બધાને અને સકળ સંઘને મન વચન કાયથી મિચ્છામી દુક્કડમ. We also have brought Ganesh at home, so if you would like to see it, then we can show you Ganesh too.
Yeah, go ahead. We can, have a quick glimpse.
Okay.
Turn on your video and just take it as close as you can.
Yeah. Let me know if you see it.
Yes, we see it. Maybe you can get a little closer.
No.
No, we're pointed towards the idol.
Okay.
Hey, perfect. Now
You
just
see
walk
it?
towards, yes. And just hold steady for, 5 seconds.
Okay. Thank you all.
Great. Thank you, Hital.
Sure. Thank you, JSCNC again.
Anyone else who didn't get a chance earlier? Okay, great. So that brings us to an end of this wonderful meeting. Great session as always. Thank you. We are going to do the Purnahuti by reciting Vasagaram Stotra. Aarti Ben, if you can turn on your video and unmute, that would be great.
Thank you, Anand bhai. Jai Janendra. Uvasagaram pasam bandami kamagaramukam visahara visa ninnasam mangala kallana avasam visahara fullenga mantam kanche dhare josayamano tasagarogamari duttha jante uvasamam chittha udure manto तुच्छ प्रणामो विबाहु फलो होई नर तिरियेसु विजीवा पावन्तिन दुख दोगचम तुह सम्मते लद्धे चिंतामणि कप्पपाय वभ्भये पावन्ति अविघ्नेणम् जीवा अयरा मरं क्षाणम् यसन्तु महायस्स बतिबर निबरण हियण तादेव दिज्जबोहिम् भवे भवे पास जिण जांद भवे भवे पास जिण जांद. Thank you. Jai Janendra to all of you.
Thank you very much, and Jai Jinendra. Before we end, just a quick reminder, in the month of October, which is when we will see you next, October 2nd, we have Camp Lalit. It's going to be one-day event as opposed to an overnight event because we are not going to, obviously because of COVID, we can't do it in overnight format. So take advantage of it, and definitely please pay attention to emails. We're going to put up a quick registration. Ketan will send all the announcements, as always, on time and with the right amount of communication. So please keep an eye out for that. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.